Hey guys, let's get to what I'm calling the Stupid Chainsaw State of the Union address. Basically, I made up some bullshit, and I'm going to tell you the fourth quarter plans from here into January because things are going to be heating up here. Um, but first, we're going to talk about Force Awakens. The new trailer came out, and three fucking trailers into this movie, and I still have no idea what the fuck is the plot is. I have no clue. Um, did the rebels just not rebuild the New Republic? Did the Order of Ren destroy the Republic and they're in some sort of weird civil war thing again? I have no clue. It was a very pretty looking trailer. And for those of you who don't know, I will never do a trailer reaction video because I think they're literally the worst kind of video you can make on YouTube. I'm dead serious. They are literally the dumbest thing and easiest thing to make on YouTube. That at least my can rants take fucking effort. My prime example with trailer reactions was Happy Console Gamer's reactions to the last Force Awakens trailer, where he's like, "Oh, I got goosebumps." I'm like, that's fucking distasteful and stupid on so many levels. I mean, distasteful isn't the best word. It's fucking retarded, is what it is. I can't fucking stand when people do that. It drives me fucking nuts. I don't give two fucks in a gnat's dick what you think about the Force Awakens trailer. Um, I mean, you're either going to like it or you're not going to like it or you're just not going to care. Those are the three things you can get. I don't need the fucking details like you came in your pants, you had an anal evacuation that went up your back. I mean, I don't give a shit that you had goosebumps. Shut the fuck up, please. Anyway, let's get back. No Luke again. Unless the guy with the robot hand that's touching R2-D2's head is Luke, which we saw hit one of his costumes for this movie, and that doesn't look like Luke's costume. There's actually dialogue in this trailer. It was taken out of context, so I have no idea what the fuck they were talking about. We really are. It's now established that Kylo Ren is obsessed with Darth Vader and that he distastefully dug up Vader's head and has it with him. That's creepy and weird, but you know. And possibly we have character death because J.J. Abrams has a fucking lens flare problem and decided to put that in the trailer. Unless it's a fake out death, which he's done before too. I mean, it's too early to tell. So, it's, like I said, it's a pretty film. It looks very nice, very clean looking, really clean. It reminds me of his Star Trek movies because all of his films look pretty much exactly the same. So that's pretty much it with the Force Awakens stuff. Now to the State of the Union address, the stupid chainsaw union, that is. And no, I don't force you to pay union fees and all sorts of stupid crap that unions do. So what's happened in this last few months? I became a full-time student. I've never been a full-time student. I've been a part-time student, and then I dropped out of college. Well, I'm back in college. And things are really heating up, and I'm in this attitude of bring it the fuck on, you know? I'm rearing to go. I'll fucking fight anyone, throw them out a window and shit. And I'm talking figuratively here. So I've got over 12 units, and I'm thinking next semester, because midterms are coming up, I think I have one. I lucked out this year because three of my teachers say no midterms for us. And so, yay. But I'm in this thing of like, should I go 16 and see how that works? because I really want to get done with my general ed. I'm getting close now. I think I've hit the over halfway point in general ed. So I just want to get that done at 2016 is when I'll be completely done with general ed. And then, because I'm going to also be working towards my major, which I'm just not going to say here. Got to keep some things private in my life, guys. Anyway, and I also started a new job, which keeps me preoccupied at least 2 days a week. So I go to school another 2 days a week. Yeah, this is as early as I could get it. I go from 8 in the morning to 7:30 at night for school. It's a very long day. And then at work, I'm working 8-hour shifts on top of that. And that's usually Friday, Saturday. With the exception of this week, they flipped me to Tuesday and told me today and Saturday. Which Saturdays I close on top of that, so it's another extra half hour of work, which is really annoying. That usually just involves mopping the floor. Yeah. So started a new job and got a new bank account because I kind of got my money stolen. I really won't get into that because I don't want the self-pity thing going on. And my bank didn't handle it well, so I closed out my account. I had no way of paying it. I actually had to borrow money, which was embarrassing. So anyway, I got a new bank account, and they decided, oh, since you have a student account, we're going to hold your money. So I don't get my first paycheck. I got paid. I deposited last week. I don't get it till next week. It's fucking bullshit. It's really affecting my comic buying and just all that stuff in general because I'm out of birthday money. So now I'm in this slump of, hey, I have a really nice paycheck that I can't fucking use. So I was going to deal with them tomorrow, but I had work. So it's looking like I'm going to deal with them Thursday, which is wonderful. So that's what's been going on with the whole collecting thing and why I'm even farther behind now than I was when I didn't have a steady job, which is really, really annoying. Nextly, we'll get into my whole what's going to happen with video-wise, so I can give you a general outline on what's going to happen. Number one, Longshanks 78. I'm going to make your contest video this weekend. That's going to finally happen. I figured out pretty much what I'm going to be talking about and my 15 covers and villains. Well, pretty much. So that's top priority right now. Next, I have to I have to finish my Shattered Empire reviews because issue 4 comes out. I'm just going to do those back to back, back, back. I have a Birthright number 5's review needs to come out. Danger Girl number 2's review needs to come out. It's going to be intense. Once I get caught up on Birthright, I'm going to take on Rat Queens, I think, and I'm going to tentatively review each one of those issues because I was going to create a new show, spoilers, called Super Bro Reviews because Nick and I were just we were cracking several reviews with friends, and I just didn't want to revolve around Nick because reviews with friends is when I debut other friends and either get them into comics or they also like comics, and we go from there. But there hasn't been one in a while because Nick's life is very hectic right now. I won't say any more, but it's been weird. I haven't talked to him in a long while. So that's not happening. What is happening is Matt Wilkins is finally accepted doing a Star Wars Legends podcast episode with Dylan and myself. This took a while to do because he decided that, the episode of Minox Nest that we did shortly before I got kicked off of Minox Nest had to be edited and sent to Captain Gonzo. I'll just call him that because he doesn't like when I use his real name anymore because he's paranoid now for some reason, I guess, being him. Okay, it's Tristan. Being Tristan is really weird and makes you paranoid because you say stupid shit. Anyway, not Doug and Tristan. Tristan and I are cool now. We had a good talk. So I finally edited. It's going to be called Minox Next, the Lost Episode. It's probably going to be the last Minox Nest I'm going to be on for a while because I just don't have time right now. So that will be coming out on the Minox Nest channel sometime. Minox Nest Minox Nest release dates are very weird, and there's a lot of breaks in between. Then that was my dad, and he's being loud because he likes to do that. Of course, it's his house. Anyway, so let's see, what else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, the Star Wars Legends. It's going to be the Rise and Fall of Dark Horse. We've been teasing it for months now. Dylan and I have been wanting to do it, and Matt wants to do it. We just need to find time to do it. And I want to shoot for next week to do that, next weekend. I will talk to both of them, and we will discuss dates specifically because the three of us have been really busy. I can't stress this enough. I've been super busy. Dylan's been super busy, and Matt's always busy. So, yeah. What else? Oh, I made my iTunes debut, but not with my own show. I was on, I guest hosted on Saturday Morning Sam Flange, which is Matt Wilkins' podcast that isn't Princess of the Universe. It's the not as popular one, but I find it very entertaining because he couldn't get Mikey and CJ on there. So, yeah, check that out on iTunes. It's Saturday Morning Sam Flange. I can't remember the two specific episodes I did, but they're back to back, and they're more recent. That was a month ago, though. What else? Not a Star Wars review. Well, Aftermath will probably be my last Star Wars novel review for the year. I am moving into a very tight schedule with my reading, where I am reading the Dragonlance Chronicles right now. I am a little over halfway through the second book, listening to it because I don't have time to read it right now. And then I'll get into the third book as well. And I'm gonna just do those all back to back. And then I'm going to get into the Sword of Shannara, which will probably be either in December or early January. I really want to get the Sword of Shannara reviewed before the TV show comes out on MTV. So that way people have a general idea of what the hell Sword of Shannara is. The Terry Brooks novel. A very successful Terry Brooks novel. Probably his most successful novel. And then I have to discuss what happened to the Road to the Crucible little series I started with Truce Bakura. I'm waiting for Kenneth C. Flint's novel Heart of the Jedi to finally completely come out on Star Wars Timeline before I read it. I'm going to read the whole thing in one sitting. It's been coming out in parts. For those of you who don't know, Kenneth C. Flint started a book called Heart of the Jedi that was supposed to come out in the early 90s after the Thrawn trilogy. It got denied, and Truce of Bakura, Kathy Tyler's book, was made instead. And so recently, he has been redoing it so it fits in the old continuity, the old Star Wars EU, which is now known as Legends. And it has apparently been a really crazy book. Matt's been really raving about it. So I'm actually excited to read that, and I'm going to be reviewing that because I think it comes directly after Truce of Bakura, before Luke Skywalker and the Shadows of Minor. Also, check out Shadows of the Empire. I'm going to do a revisit of that. And tentatively, I might want to do Star Wars Legends podcast about Shadows of the Empire because of how big it was. And I don't know who all would be on that, but I want to make it kind of an event. Lastly, there's going to be at least one more disc case problems this year. At least. I know I've really slacked on those. But hey, I kind of know what I want to do for a disc case problems. I have several choices still on those. I'm not running out of those anytime soon. And maybe a can rants. Hell, if Force Awakens truly is terrible, it will be a can rants. I might do a My Thoughts, which is a video series I did on the JMay channel years ago when I did a couple of them. Specifically, the one that comes to mind is I reviewed the fourth Underworld movie. Well, I gave my thoughts on it. And I think I did one on the first Hobbit movie. And I did one on the first Twilight movie. That was because someone requested it. It was one of the it's one of those times when I actually had someone I knew who was like, I want to hear your thoughts on the new Twilight movie. And so I gave them thoughts. Then again, it might have been on the Hobbit movie trailer. So used to do my thoughts it was so generic that I would do it on pretty much whatever. In fact, my first review, single issue review, was a My Thoughts review. Technically, I tried to bring that back and nixed it in the process. So it'll either be a My Thoughts video or a My Thoughts on the can video. But I really don't want to do another can rants after a while. I want to let these last couple Star Wars ones stew for a bit, because I think, especially the last two, were pretty damn good. 15 did not turn out the way I wanted it to. It turned out sounding like Matt Wilkins' video, but with more swearing, which was not the intent, you know. Oh, people are actually watching this. Hi, everyone. Let's see, what else? Oh, I'm going to talk about briefly organizing the road to Crucible and how that has been going. Well, it's fucking difficult because I have to decide what I'm not going to review. Because I decided back when Matt started his expanded universe videos with the Dawn of the Jedi, into the Old Republic, I decided he's not going to get to New Republic anytime soon, so I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it kind of like what he does, but focus on each one and really do an analysis. And I did that with Truce of Bakura. I skipped the Mandalorian Wars or the Bounty Hunter Wars trilogy because that's kind of hard to find in the printing I want. And it's not necessary. It didn't have essentially what I'm looking for is the main characters from the movies. And essentially that was the case. But then I decided, why don't I throw Dark Forces in there? And why don't I throw Crimson Empire in there as well? And Rogue Squadron, I'm not going to re-review the Rogue Squadron comics I've already reviewed. But I will finish reviewing the Rogue Squadron comics because they're not far behind where I'm at in the overall story. But I decided not to do the Marvel comics because they're so expensive right now to get the new, the big omnibus hardcovers from Marvel. Sorry, I'm choking on air. But it's way too hard to get them in the Dark Horse Omnibuy or any of the Dark Horse printings or in single issues. It's way too annoying. And then I remembered that there was a couple other stories that I needed to cover early on, and I've been organizing that lately, so that way it will be smooth sailing for a while. But anyway, guys, I've rambled on way too long. I'm losing some of you here. So I'm pretty much going to leave you all. Stay frosty, homies, and have a nice day.